The first step is to put some carbon in. So we're going for the brown team first.
Okay, so the twigs and leaves.
Twigs and leaves, or here, start with some of those.
hard
Just tip some of those in. Just take a couple of handfuls.
Like that.
Spread them out.
Ooh.
Okay, that'll do. Spread them out evenly. Yep. So with our recipe, because we are, chefs making compost, what's the next ingredient?
The nitrogen next, the green stuff.
That's right. That's it, put all that around. Now, the other thing that's important at this point is we'll give it some water as well, because we want, once we put our next layer of carbon in, we'll give it some water.
So more carbon now?
More carbon.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
Well done, team. You're absolute pros. Yeah, get it all in there. That's filling up nicely. Just spread it out a little bit so it's not a full mountain. What's the next step?
Some paper or more nitrogen?
You tell me.
More nitrogen.
Exactly. So what if we go with some food scraps now?
Okay.
Okay.
So what sort of scrap treasures have you got there for me?
Well, we got some passion fruit and strawberries, banana peel, and even some eggshell.
Now, the eggshells are good because do you know what eggshells are made up of?
No.
They're made up of calcium, right? And calcium's something that plants need as well.
Oh.
So the eggshells will break up slowly in the compost, and then when you put the compost in the garden. So eggshells are really valuable. You can break them up. You can break them up if you want to, but they'll just break down in the compost. Banana peel, you can't really regrow a banana, can you?
No, not really.
What else is in there?
We've actually got some crepes.
Oh, I get a second bite on some of those. Yeah, what else are you seeing?
Well, there's some hazelnuts, there's some celery and
avocado.
oh, it's even a tea bag.
It's interesting because, at my place, I look at my scraps and I have levels. So some of my scraps I separate for my chickens, some I separate for the worms, and the rest goes in the compost. And the other thing to remember with these scraps is anything big, like perhaps those passion fruit skins, if you cut them a couple of times, that will help the microbes get in there, and then the worms will go in there and they'll break it down quicker. But it's a bit hard for them to get through that skin, All right, well, what do you reckon? Put that in?
Yeah, put that in. So what do you have to do next?
I don't know. You tell me.
Looks a bit dry.
Good point. Very good point. Because think about it, for a microbe or for a worm to move around and do their work, do you think they could move around in that?
No.
So what do you think we need to do?
Water it.
Water in it.
That's it. The key with this is it's good to add water as you go. So we're moving along, so get some water into this, and that'll wet the newspaper, it'll wet all the dried leaves, and that'll start to sweat, and it'll make the conditions perfect for the microbes to start munching. But other things might turn up in your compost as well. You might get some little slaters, you get other little gnats and things that come in, and basically their job is to eat. This is a beautiful platter of food because our compost recipe is cooking now.
Where's the best place to put a compost bin?
Ideally, you don't want to put it like right in the hot sun all day. So you want it somewhere where it might get the morning sun, but not the hot afternoon sun, because that will dry it out and make it too hot. So somewhere like that is important, because then your compost will be warm enough, but it won't dry out and slow down, okay?